I was going to do an intro, but I changed my mind. Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and hopefully the audio sounds alright because I'm using a fancy microphone, and hopefully I look alright because I'm using a fancier camera than my phone. Oh, well, that's just fucking great. That's just fucking great. Drop it on the ground. I'll let you here today because we're going to do yet another Found in the Wild video, and then maybe I'll start either doing some movie reviews or talking about current events because some crazy shit's going on right now, and I'm not going to get into it because that's not what we're here for. We're here to think of better times like 1998 Family Values Tour. Picked this up for 50 cents. I never appreciated this back in the day, but now that I'm older, I can appreciate some alternative rock music. So that's why I bought this. Speaking of alternative rock music, I got Bush 16 Stone. Is the camera working? I mean, I can't tell. I'm trying my best, everybody. But yeah, Bush 16 Stone. This is basically, I guess, their first album, and it's funny because all their greatest songs are on their first album. I mean, you might find that with a lot of bands, but in particularly Bush. Every song on there's a gem. I also picked up the Batman Returns soundtrack. That'll be fun to listen to in the car. Once the apocalypse starts. It's getting pretty close, I think. I'm not absolutely sure. But anyway, I also picked up Chevelle. Do you remember this band from the 2000s? I do. So I picked up this CD. I actually used to have this CD way back in the day. Back like 2004 or so. But I'm pretty sure it got stolen out of my car. I don't know. I just remember. So I had walked into the Goodwill, and let's see if I can send it to myself. I don't know. I found this at the Goodwill. And I feel like I should have played it, but instead of playing it, I found out what I could trade it for at Arcade Legacy, and then I ended up trading it at Arcade Legacy. But look, he said it was basically Splatoon, whatever the hell Splatoon is, but with Japanime girls with big boobs and water guns. Are you looking at it? Did I find it? I have no idea. But yeah, I went and I traded that. I got $15 store credit for it, and this isn't the Arcade Legacy pile. Anyway, this is the Goodwill pile, but don't worry about that, okay? Worry about the fact that I got this fancy hardback novelization Blu-ray of novelization. Dr. Zhivago. It's a film from the 60s, and it's supposed to be one of the most breathtaking cinematic events ever put to screen, but for some reason, I've never seen it. Maybe it's because it's like 4 hours long. I don't know. I know I've heard this name before, but for $5, just it's such a neat looking. Well, I don't want to open it. It's got the original motion picture soundtrack and a book of stuff inside of it. Don't worry about it. It's Dr. Zhivago, everybody, and one of these days, who really knows? And while I was there, I happened across a movie that I've never seen, but I've always wanted to, and I don't know why I've never actually sat down and watched it, and that's Relic. And one funny thing about Relic and some of these other movies that I've bought in recently is like every time I buy a Blu-ray from Goodwill, the movie goes on either Netflix or Amazon Prime, because you can now view this movie on Amazon Prime. So if you haven't seen this either, and you don't have a means to get out and find the Blu-ray, you could always go to Amazon Prime, unless you're one of those people, like Devon Graham, who absolutely refuses. If he's going to watch it, he's got to buy it. He's got to spend, even if he hasn't seen it, even if he doesn't know if he's going to like it. He likes to go out and buy things. But another movie that I just recently picked up and then recently found out is streaming on Netflix, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. But I guarantee you, the collector's edition is not streaming on Netflix. I got all these fancy special features, and all you people with your Netflix password, all you got is a movie. You can't learn any of the stuff about the movie unless you look it up on IMDb and read. You can't just watch the fancy special features like I can. Then I had picked up some video games. I've never played any of the BioShock games, but I've always heard they're great. So I picked up the BioShock collection for PS4 because I figured I'd wait till the PS5 came out and then not get a PS5 and then just go back and play all the stuff that I missed on the PS4 since I waited until it was halfway done with its life cycle before I even got one. And thanks to Joseph Lionel for sending it to me. And I played a couple games on it that I actually played. I mean, I got all these games that I put in for 5 minutes and turn off because none of them are as good as Red Dead Redemption 2. But hopefully Uncharted 4 will be as good as Hopefully Uncharted 4 will be as good as Red Dead Redemption 2 because, you know, it's the fourth one and it's like on PlayStation 4. I don't know. I did buy the trilogy of this and I burned through them and I got stuck on the third one and I was like, you know what? I don't really care anymore. I really enjoyed the first two games, but the third one, the puzzles got to be a little monotonous, and it's just like, I just want to kill people, okay? Just let me kill people. Also, while I was there, I picked up Urban Legend on DVD, even though I should have just held out for the damn Blu-ray copy, but the Blu-ray copy is like $24.99, and I got this for $3. So if I ever want to pop this in, because I haven't seen this in what seems like ever, like, honestly, I might not have seen this since VHS. And I've always kind of liked this movie, you know, back when I was a teenager and stuff. Back when Scream was in fashion. And, you know, it made the secretary roll her eyes when I had to come home with this. Because I don't know if I showed you. I picked up the NECA figure. But I don't know if I showed you that, but I'll show you this. I got the Blu-ray to go with it. Because we all know that the other Blu-ray DVD... What am I talking about? I got the DVD because we all know. Oh God, I don't feel like getting up and going and looking at it. Maybe I could find an image. Look, this is what the DVD cover looks like, and I don't like this cover. This is the cover I've always had. I've never even seen this cover on a DVD. Maybe the fancy Scream Factory Edition Blu-ray where you flip the cover around looks like this. But it's always been this stupid ass thing. I don't know. But I picked it up because, you know, as much as I hate on Halloween, I love this fucking image. You know, it's not like I'm going to fucking ever watch this movie. If I'm going to watch it, just don't fucking worry about it. So then I picked up this thing for the PlayStation 2 so that I could plug it into a fancy HD television. But apparently I'm ignorant and I don't know how it works because apparently I got to set the PlayStation 2 settings to something, so that something, and then plug this in somehow. Seems complicated. I don't really know anymore. Did I mention this is the stack from Arcade Legacy? No. I picked up Strider in the box because I used to have Strider in the box. But some asshole broke into my house and stole it. But now I got it in the box again. Ha ha ha! Joke's on you, mother... Actually, I guess I went and spent more than I paid for it originally just to have it again. I got problems, everybody. But Strider, one of the greatest Sega Genesis games, one of the best arcade ports. And I know I don't talk about games too much. It was because I'm the type of person that I'll play a game for about 20 minutes, get pissed off, and turn it off. So maybe one of these days we'll make videos of me doing that. I'll just put the game in for 20 minutes, you know, rant and rave about how this is a bunch of bullshit, and then fucking turn it off. Because, you know, I'm terrible at video games. Except for Mario. I can beat Mario. The remake of Piranha! Now, this is like one of those remakes that goes under the wayside. Nobody really talks about it. And it's one of the very few remakes that I've seen that I have not seen the original for, which is, I know it's blasphemy because, I guess, no, James Cameron directed the second Piranha. But anyway, yeah. Piranha. This is a very fun, just cheesy action horror movie, I should say, from the mid to late 2000s. I'm not even sure. 2009, 2010, some shit like that. I worked at Blockbuster when this came out. But I haven't seen it since then, so this will give me a good excuse to watch it. Plus, the secretary has never seen it. Maybe it'll give me an excuse to start reviewing movies again. Let's review some summer movies in the wintertime. No, I don't know what I'm talking. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the real reason I brought you all here today is to show you this magnificent thing. I basically bought it for the box. I mean, I'll watch these movies. I haven't seen a lot of these since I was a little kid, and that network video was a thing. Like, network video was a thing before Blockbuster video was a thing, and they sold horror movies on VHS from network all the time, and they used to have the gumball machine with the white gumball, and if you got the white gumball, you got a free family favorites rental. But since they knew I didn't watch that shit, I was the only kid allowed to get horror movies instead of family films. And that's probably how I watched all these, because I know for damn sure I've seen The Evil Escapes, because that's the one with the lamp, and that's probably my favorite one out of the franchise that I can remember, because I don't remember watching the second one or the third one. It's hard to, it's funny what a young man recollects, but seriously, I don't know, unless the new generation is the one with the mirror. I think I've seen that. And then I've never seen Dollhouse. But this has The Evil Escapes, 1992, It's About Time, The New Generation, and Dollhouse. And I look forward to watching all of them. Now I just got to get my hands on the first three. I had the first one on Blu-ray and then the second one on DVD. And I don't think I have the third one. But I got to get a hold of those. Definitely a franchise that needs to be reviewed on this channel eventually. A lot like a lot of other franchises. Anyway, I don't want to keep rambling, everybody. I don't want to keep you here longer than I need to, because I need time to do other stuff. So let's hope this works out for the best. Let's hope when I go into editing, this audio doesn't sound like shit. Let's hope that this thing hasn't been going out of focus the entire time I've been talking to you. I've been trying not to look over there the whole time, so I'm not just sitting there talking to you like this, looking at myself. All kinds of stuff I'm trying to do here. Get the lighting right, get the audio right. I don't know, but maybe we'll see you real soon with some movie reviews, because there's a couple movies that I've watched that I'd really like to talk to you about that maybe you haven't seen. Are you over there? All right. But what I do know is, if you don't mind, please make sure to like this video if you've liked it. Share this video, subscribe if you're new here, blah, 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 something about Patreon, and thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.